What are the vibes right now with UCLA basketball? What are the goals that you have made for this season?
Yeah, I mean, we're really excited. I think these past 2 years we've really learned a lot as a team, and I think coming in this year we have a lot of new freshmen, transfers, and I think we're all really starting to feel like we're putting everything together, and we have our hopes set high, and I think we're really excited to achieve those goals.
It's crazy when you look at your roster because not much has changed like from year to year for the last couple of years. So now that you two are, kind of the veterans on this team. Oh, yeah, that's weird to say, right?
Yeah.
What's changed for you mindset-wise?
I think we're taking on like a really big leadership role this year. Obviously, it's a lot of learning every single day in practice. You have the freshmen who are like brand new to all of this, and so you're like trying to keep them calm, but also like kind of like set the standard for them as well. And then the transfers, honestly, they've had a really like smooth transition. Like they're super knowledgeable and really talented, and they work really hard. And so it's just been really nice to kind of teach them everything about like our program, but they've been really great for the most part. So
what do you remember that you needed when you were first year that you're trying to impart on the newbies now?
I think for me, just trying to make especially the freshmen like their experience as like easy as possible, because it's hard. Like freshman year sucks, and so I think you're just trying to make them have as much fun as possible. Like for me, I love spending time with them outside of practice, so that's super important to me. So yeah.
What about you, Kiki?
Yeah, I just felt like in terms of on the court, just like someone to watch and like kind of be someone that I can just look on and follow in a way. And I think we have a really good freshman point guard from Finland, Alina, and I think it's really important for me to feel like she can always come to me for everything, and she sees me doing the right things the right way, so she can kind of follow in those footsteps. And I remember that being something that I really felt like I needed, so I'm just trying to be that for her.
What can we expect from UCLA basketball this year when people ask you the identity of this team?
I think a really tough, competitive team that gets after it. I think this year we're going to have a lot of threats and weapons offensively, but also defensively. We're going to be able to get after it and pressure, and we're going to be really deep. So a lot of people are going to be able to contribute and help in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, from everywhere. I mean, we have threats everywhere, and I think this team is super deep. So whenever whatever happens, someone goes, we have a person just to come and take their spot. So I think it's just a really scary roster.
What's also scary is, bringing these 4 teams from the Pac-12 now into the Big Ten. And for talking to Big Ten players, like, you're 6'7"?
Yeah, everybody keeps talking about you, by the way.
How
are we going to guard Laura?
How are we going to guard Laura Betts? So, for you, what from the Pac-12 and playing in a league where you guys are used to playing against these taller post players, like coming to the league, what advantage is that going to give you?
I mean, it's given me a lot of experience. Super talented posts, every team pretty much in the Pac-12, and so I think coming to this conference, I feel like I have a little bit of an advantage. But I mean, I've been kind of playing against double teams and all of this my entire life, so nothing really changes for me. But I do feel like I've had a lot of experience and obviously a lot of things to work on that we've been working on in practice every day, kind of playing through those double teams. But
what's the hardest part about passing out of a double team for you?
For me, I think that build of like trust, just knowing when I kick it out, like, all right, everyone knows kind of what we're doing from there. I think that's something that we honestly work on every single day, just the movement on offense and just making sure that we have threats in every single part of the court, just because, we're going to need a shot from somebody at this point. So it's like when I kick it out, I just know at the end of the day we'll have someone who can knock it down.
And you have 5 players out there that all can shoot.
Everybody.
House, right?
Everybody.
Remember, when you kick it out, usually there's not a lot of time left on the shot clock. Like, she kicks it out. Kiki, what was the one thing that you were trying to work on this summer?
Definitely just my 3-point shot. I think like continuing to expand my range and just get comfortable with catch and shoot, especially because obviously a lot of people send double to Lauren, so being able to just really be a big threat on the 3-point line is something that I've been working on a lot.
Kiki, your game is so smooth, and I feel like it has been ever since you were in high school, now into college. Is there a player at the next level that you kind of look up to or model your game after?
It's actually interesting. I've never really looked at one specific player and been like, I play exactly like her. I want to, or feel like I model my game after anyone, but I think I really enjoy watching WNBA, NBA, and I think just watching a lot of different players and having that kind of knowledge of what their game's like, I'm able to take a lot of different things from different people.
She wants like one person's shot, one person's handles.
Exactly.
It's like create your perfect player.
Exactly.
I like that.
Last year you had cameras following you like the entire season, and your teammates had to get involved in that too. So what was that like for both of you? Just knowing that you know, part of your privacy. It was just different. What was
Yeah.
that like?
Definitely took a little bit of time to get used to all the cameras being around 24/7, the filming, in the locker room, back at my apartment,
Bad
off
games.
days, yeah, after a tough game, all that kind of stuff. When the coach is yelling at us in the film room, all that kind of stuff. But I think like I became comfortable with it and just began to really just continue to be the same me, and I think that's what I wanted to kind of show people what it was like to kind of behind the scenes look at a day-to-day life of us, and I think we did a good job of that, being ourselves.
I loved it. I guess my one follow-up from that is, are tacos still a thing? Are you still
Yeah,
making?
still cooking a little bit.
Yeah. Do you cook, Lauren? No.
No. I'm trying though. I'm trying to be better. Like my teammate, my new teammate, Tamia Gardner, she holds me accountable. So we've been going to the grocery store a lot recently.
Do you have like a go-to meal you're like trying to work on?
Honestly, I'm really into like Indian food. So any type of like curry, like I'm trying to
that's
work
complex.
on that. Right?
That's like
Right?
very,
Yeah. Something I feel like like definitely work in progress for sure. Yeah.
Well, love that for you. Curry's very hard to make, I feel like. But what's not going to be hard is, look, your team's going to be a top 5, 10 team in the nation coming up this season. You're going to be a contender for a national title, contender for a Big Ten title. How likely are you to get to that height in the Big Ten and win this whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, I say, look, it's up to us. I think we have all the tools and all the people that we need to achieve that goal. So it's going to be about us, being disciplined, putting in that work, and just continuing to just stay focused on the day-to-day process and not so focused on like the end goal.
Yeah, I was gonna say just staying present every day and just working on the things that we can control. I think if we focus too much on what's ahead, I think it just kind of messes everything up. And I think Coach Corey does a really good job of just like sending that message every day. Like, this is right now. Let's just focus on what needs to be done in this moment. So.
Do you guys like take away social media at all during the year to like not keep it out of mind, or is it not really a distraction? You can.
It's actually funny because we wrote like team goals, and the first one that Coach Corey wrote about social media was just Lauren, stay off of Twitter. And so I think that was like the biggest thing for me, at least, is that just staying off of that, because most of the time it's just not a good idea. So.
People are very nice.
No, especially Twitter these days. It's been kind of crazy. So I just stay off of it.
I'm all on board with that.
Yeah.
And that talking about being present, that's just life advice.
Right. Yeah.